speaker. We have Kylie Matechuk here today, who's going to talk about nutrition and exercise. I'm just going to read a brief bio that I have of Kylie. So, along with being the CEO of a Canadian wellness company, the Yogi Foodpreneur, um, and a mom to two beautiful girls. Kylie is a certified and experienced yoga teacher, and I've been to that studio, and believe you me, she is very, very certified and I couldn't do half the moves. um, She's registered in the gold status with the Canadian Yoga Alliance and a director of teacher training at Mo Tusnoa Wellness. I always have.
Oh, Mark. Yes. Oh.
And that's the yoga studio that she owns. That's right at the entrance of town in the south end, next to Wilson's. She's also an alumni of the Canadian School of Natural Nutrition as a registered holistic nutritionist and a certified Reiki practitioner. So she's got a lot of qualifications, a lot of talent. Entrepreneurship is at the heart of all that Kylie does, turning her passions into successful action plans. She's operated her own natural smoothie bar and juice bar with recipes that she's created, made with tasty ingredients that help fight disease instead of create them. She's part of the mission to educate Canadians living in the North on the importance of healthy eating. She also offers training and mentorship programs to entrepreneurs all over Canada looking to open up their own smoothie or juice bars using health ingredients unique to their location and cultural dynamics. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kylie Matechuk.
Yeah, I can go get.
If you want,
Or
you
do you
set
want me
up
to
there.
I can go now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The floor is yours.
All right.
You don't have to wait.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Okay, I'll just thank you for having me, Chamber. I know it's been a while. I was supposed to be here in March, and then we got snowed in, couldn't leave, so I'm happy that I'm finally here. Thank you for that introduction. I am a small business owner and entrepreneur here in Thompson. So most people that know who I am know me as a small business owner. I have been investing in Thompson since I was 19 years old, and I'm 31 this year. So entrepreneurship, small business has kind of been my passion almost my whole adult life. I've been involved in everything from real estate to retail, and now into wellness. When I was younger, I faced health problems directly associated to being overweight. I was clinically obese. So what kind of happened there? I self-educated myself. I read every single book in the library here. I was born and raised in Thompson. I read every book on nutrition, every book on yoga, every book on alternative health, because I wanted to help myself. I was raised in a single family home. We didn't really have a lot of money, didn't have any money for extracurricular activities or anything like that. Ate really poorly, and just felt really sick as a preteen, as a child. So I decided to educate myself to become healthier. So sometimes a lot of people, they'll look at me and they'll say, well, oh, you're fit and you're young. How could you possibly resonate with somebody who is sick or somebody who is ill or someone who's overweight? Well, that's exactly why I'm here, because I know what it feels like to be sick and to have headaches and to teeth problems and digestive disorders and all this kind of stuff. So I decided to, when I was just a few years ago, actually, after I had children, to open up this wellness center in Thompson. As an entrepreneur, when I was 19, I kind of moved more towards business ideas that I thought would work, that there was a market for. So I opened up a baby store because, I didn't have babies, but I thought, well, Thompson needs a baby store. I don't know how I could resonate with that now, but, and then, in 2003 to 2004, 2005, the market was booming. I got involved in real estate. And so I was just I moved more towards that kind of stuff because, it was kind of like the thing to do. It was a smart thing to do. But in my heart, it was wellness. So going towards opening up a wellness center was a little bit scary for me because this is what I wanted to do. This isn't what I knew would work. So I invested a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy into people instead of into houses or into stuff. The yoga center is investing into people. So Motasnua wellness means my new beginning. So hindsight, us entrepreneurs, we always want to get a little crazy and creative with all of our business names and all that kind of stuff. Hindsight, I probably should have called it Thompson Yoga so that people could understand. But Motasnua means my new beginning in Irish Gaelic, and I'm Irish. A lot of people think it has Aboriginal descent or Chinese descent, which, yoga is from India. But I called it my new beginning because it was a new beginning for me to kind of move from this different form of small business to something that I kind of more, I resonated a lot more with. And also for our clients walking through the door to start yoga. It's very terrifying for people to start a yoga practice, I'm finding. A lot of people have, these preconceived feelings on what yoga is or what you have to be or, whatever it might be. So it's a new beginning for a lot of people. In 2012 is when I founded Motasnua Yoga, and I started teaching yoga to young children. I went to Vancouver Island to be able to get my kids yoga teacher trainings that could help out children in schools and enhance preschool programs and kindergarten programs. I'm a Montessori kindergarten teacher as well. There's no Montessori schools though here, so I'm not teaching. But I homeschooled my children in preschool, and I wanted to enhance their program. So I did this kids yoga teacher training, came back to Thompson with it, and everybody wanted adult yoga. And so I was completely blown away. I didn't know if anybody, would want to be practicing this kind of stuff here. So I began teaching adult yoga. I had to go to Saskatoon and Toronto and Victoria and Vancouver to be able to obtain my my training and my certification as a yoga teacher. So then I came back here, started teaching yoga, renting at the Norplex pool, renting at the then TRCC, and my classes became too big. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to invest in an actual wellness center. So of course, being like 28 and, you don't really think, you just kind of do as an entrepreneur, right? You don't think, well, is this going to be successful? I don't know. You just do it, right? As I'm getting older, it's like, okay, I got to slow down with the spending of the money and, doing all these crazy things. So I'm sticking with this because I am connected with yoga. I know that it works for me. I'm living here because I've seen that yoga and natural nutrition help. So in 2014, in March, I opened up Motasnua Wellness. So, and I did that in Thompson because I wanted to create the experience that I couldn't provide by being in the Norplex pool, And basically what I was providing at that time was the physical aspects of yoga that we all kind of know here in the West. So why did I want to open up the studio in Thompson? I wanted to create an experience that was very unknown to Thompson people. I wanted to share the authenticity, the sacredness, the ambiance, and the specialness that is a yoga practice. When you practice yoga with us, that studio door does not open. So you come into class, that door is shut. No late entries, no interruptions or anything like that. The outside world is on hold while you are investing in yourself for that duration of your time. Creating a yoga studio in a northern mining town was a lot like planting a garden on bedrock. But like I said, when you're young and when you're an entrepreneur, you don't really think about anything. You just do it, right? And you just pray and hope that it's going to work. So this goes back to believing in your business and having the passion first to share with your clients. And like I said, I know this works because I am a product of natural health. So I wanted to invest my energy in Northern people that are facing emotional and mental hardships. In the North, we have very limited resources to improve these areas of our health, okay? I know this because like everybody in this room, I have experienced stress, mental exhaustion, and emotional upset, right? We all have. So while people think yoga is a form of fitness, I like to think of the physical benefits as a side effect. We are here to improve your emotional, spiritual, and mental health first. That's what yoga is. So while yoga is great for improving flexibility and joint mobility, building strength, and improving cardiovascular health, it is so much more than that. People that try yoga for the first time are quite surprised that no matter how physically challenging a yoga practice might be, we always reserve time and space to ask our clients to connect with themselves, to check on how they are. We teach them to breathe properly, and we provide the tools to help themselves off of their mat and into the real world. So aside from group classes, I now offer yoga as therapy to help clients to find a deeper connection and to become more relaxed and stretched out. One of the unique benefits of being located in the North is that our clients get to sample many different lineages or styles of yoga. In major cities, each studio or yoga studio usually offers only one style of yoga. We offer slower based classes, non-heated yoga classes, more alignment focused, classic yoga, children's yoga, like everything. Heated classes as well. So we truly love the fact that we can offer something for everybody. So with the yoga studio, as a director and as a yoga teacher, I am more concerned with, how are you feeling and how's your mental state, how's your emotional health. Not really about, how flexible are your hamstrings. I really don't care, right? Like that happens, you get more flexible, but to me, that's not what yoga is. I want to invest in people. I want to make sure that you are healthy on the inside, and then the outside is just a side effect. You will obviously improve your physical health, but we need to look inside first. As Raj said, I'm also a holistic nutritionist, and my role as a nutritionist is kind of like yoga. It's not just the physical, and it's not just nutrition. So this sometimes confuses people. When people come and see me, they provide me with their main complaint. So, they have digestive issues, or, they have headaches all the time, or they have a rash or something. It's my job to connect that health complaint with something a little bit deeper. So finding the connection to their lifestyle habits and their emotional state of health to be able to provide them with a strong recommendation that supports perhaps their medical doctor's advice, their culture, and with recommendations that they can actually incorporate into their life to be able to see improvement. There's always, always, always an emotional, spiritual, and mental health component to our physical complaints. Always, always. I see all kinds of people with a variety of health ailments, from digestive orders, hormonal imbalances, pediatric health issues, and mental health issues. And I always go back to the root of the problem first, and then we kind of deal with it from there. So just to kind of wrap up, I'm also, like Raj said, I'm the CEO of the Yogi Foodiepreneur, which I'm so happy you got that name right too. It's another word, I didn't think about before I incorporated. It's an online Canadian wellness company offering nutrition, life coaching, and yoga training online. So I've kind of moved from the small business aspect to more of the entrepreneurship as well. And my goal for doing this was because when I wanted to have, not only to teach this to people, when I wanted to have access to this stuff, it wasn't here in Thompson, and at that time, like, my kids were already born, my family is here. I didn't want to just up and leave, and live in downtown Toronto with my children and to be able to do this kind of stuff. But I had to. I had to travel out of province many times and across the country with babies, with young children, and a job to obtain my certifications to bring back to Thompson. I'm able to serve people to remote areas of Canada and help them on their wellness journey. So if there's people on reserves or around the community, they can actually work with me to obtain a yoga teacher training certificate so that they can teach on reserve. People in Churchill, all these different areas that, when living in Thompson, I had to travel 8, 10, 12 hours across the country to Winnipeg to be able to get this type of service. So as a true entrepreneur, I will keep evolving and offering our people the best that I can in terms of natural health, because I believe in this. I will always be an advocate for the North, believing in the many ways we can help our communities stay healthy in their body, mind, and spirit. So thank you so much for having me here, everybody. If you have any questions for me, please let me know, and I can have a chat with you after the meeting. Thank you.